We're not going to raise the debt ceiling until you pass immigration reform. It would be governmental chaos.
Shutting down government is drastic. We, in our caucus this morning, had read to us by our ranking member, Nita Lowey, all the things that will happen if they shut down government, who are affected in terms of our veterans, who are affected in terms of children and nutrition. It is a stunning array.
And then they say, if you don't do it our way, we're going to shut the government down and hurt millions and millions of innocent people, and at the same time risk the credit rating of the United States. Because make no mistake about it, if you start playing with shutting the government down, the same credit markets that abhor default get very nervous.
They really want to shut down government. And this is really shameful.
When the government is shut down, it costs this country literally billions, even trillions of dollars. We miss out on all kinds of contracts. We shut things down that mean that tourists can't come. It's everywhere. It is staggeringly irresponsible.
What will you try to do for future fiscal fights? There's probably going to be one welcoming you on your doorstep as you move here.
Yeah, so I can't say what I would have done. I'm one of those people that had a sideline seat like you did, and but I did know right here in New Jersey, and I saw firsthand how so many people, tens and tens of thousands of New Jerseyans, were directly impacted, hurt, had their lives in many ways put in deep insecurity as a result of it. So it's something that's just unacceptable.
Tea Party Republicans basically said, unless we get our way, we're going to do huge harm to the nation, huge harm to millions of innocent people.
We are seeing a huge amount of suffering in this country today. There's got 1 million federal workers who are not getting paid. Tens of millions of Americans, veterans in the state of Vermont, are worried that they're not going to get their disability benefits. People are worried about whether or not they're going to get Social Security. Head Start is being impacted.
It was a hard line saying, unless I get my way, I'm going to shut the government down. I'm going to risk default for the nation. Now, anyone can do that. I believe in immigration reform. What if I persuaded my caucus to say I'm going to shut the government down, I'm going to not pay our bills unless I get my way? It's a politics of idiocy.
I want you to raise your hand if, as a senator, you would commit to never shutting down the federal government, whether through inaction or inaction.
We've all performed so poorly, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. And that's what I have said. We should have never gotten to this. There's no need to have a shutdown of government.
You got to do it my way or we're going to shut everything down. That's not, I mean, this is why people are so angry at Washington. This is why people are so cynical. If you don't have the votes to do something, then why would you want to shut down the government over it?
It's sort of like this. Someone goes into your house, takes your wife and children hostage, and then says, let's negotiate over the price of your house. You know, we could do the same thing on immigration. We believe strongly in immigration reform. We could say we're shutting down the government. We're not going to raise the debt ceiling until you pass immigration reform. It would be governmental chaos.